Hello, welcome back. Tonight I would love to talk about my book, King Paimon, The Lord of the Endless Silence, The Lord of the Abyss. It is a grimoire, a book, a very large book that I have published on Amazon. If you're interested to buy it, you can find it on Amazon internationally. With the title King Paimon, with my name. I'm the author, Anai's Giulia, and this is a recording part of a playlist where I talk about King Paimon, about the book, about the work as a writer, or different ideas now that are connected to King Paimon, so much as to say the silence, the void, the abyss, the darkness, or the light, the shadow, or different metaphors that King Paimon uses now to reveal some type of wisdom or reveal some type of new understanding, or understanding in to say, well, all understanding is new in some way or another, no? Even if it's connected to the past or other ideas that have already been spoken, touched upon, but there's always the element of new. And tonight, we can speak more about the void, or the idea of the void, or the silence, or the abyss, because of course they do carry very similar qualities. And to take it in comparison with the world, to say, well, in the world everyone talks, everyone does things, a lot of things are happening, there's always the feeling of, the life that's happening, this feeling up of the void, of the silence, with words, with things move, things happen. There's always a continuum, like a huge machine that is moving and moving and moving and moving. And then, of course, through the night, it gets silence, there's the element of tiredness. Now it's time to rest. Now it's time to stop what we are doing, or we slow down, and then we sleep, and then we wake up, and now we recover. And then it's again this almost like amalgam, a huge amount of doing and happening and talking, and there's quite a lot of that. So when we think about the void and the silence, it wants to say, well, the void is silent, and the silence at the same time is not full of void, because the silence carries the truth. It's almost to say the wind, does carry words as well, if one knows how to listen. But those words are not simple words. They are words that carry meaning. Those are words that carry some type of important knowledge, because the silence, or the void, or the words that come from there are come not from the need to fill something up, just to fill up something like, oh, it's silent, let me just talk, no. But it does carry messages from the unseen, or from the unknown, from that abyss, from that potential, from that darkness, from that abyss, like I said. So it is necessary to imagine, to say, well, if the void is complete silence, or complete darkness, so, well, the void actually is not the void by himself, because it is the element from which is filled up then with all this meaning, or these words, or these ideas. So the void is, or may seem at times, without nothing, because it represents the void. It's just a big something of nothing. But that big something of nothing actually is the carrying of the silence, of the darkness. And because of that silence and darkness do carry a lot of reasoning, a lot of meaning, a lot of depth, a lot of words which carry wisdom as well, and so forth. It means that the void is not silent at all, but it's not the talk of the normal day of feeling the void. It is the void carries that messages through that silence and that darkness, and we cannot hear it if we continuously talk and do and move and so on and so forth. It says, well, the dreaming of us humans during the night is because we never get the chance, we never allow ourselves, we never understand to listen into the silence, to listen to that void, to listen to the darkness. They does carry, it does give us the answers. We think that we have to search for them, but we just have to stay still. We just have to stay in silence and to recognize that the message is the voice of God, or everything that really has meaning and is the truth voice, no, comes from that place. And we don't have to talk. We don't have to look for it. We don't have to do it and overdo it, no, to make ourselves fill that void with something, because that void already has so much substance. We just have to listen to it, just to be silent, just to accept it, or to understand, no, from where things come, how they reach us, how we can listen to them, how we can hear them, how we can interpret them, how we can work with them as well, no. And this is pretty much how Paimon likes to explain things. It's always like one thing leads to another, and then that thing leads to another, and then one can come back to the first thing which was carrying already. There is an echo, no? There is a step by step. In the same time, it is a line, no? It is a truth. It is a origin of something as well. So that void, that silence, that darkness, that abyss, it is not empty, no? It is not void, voidless in the meaning of it has nothing inside of interest. It is empty of anything that may interest us, no? So, well, it's just silent. There is nothing there. There is no word. Why should I listen to it, no? Or say, well, it's just dark. I cannot see. I should not stay here long. There is nothing for me here. It's just emptiness. It's just nothingness. That's how we were taught to believe. But if one really understands, and I think it's not so difficult to understand, because the moment we are by ourselves in that silence, in that void, with our mind, or even physically, no, we are alone, we meditate, and we are in the darkness, or in that inner void of ourselves, no, we can listen to that. There are words coming from there. There are messages. There are. It is like a psychic type of work. At the same time, not necessarily, no, because it reaches all of us. Just those one who understand, or want to hear that, or are able to understand it. So it is if we imagine a room which is full of darkness, like a chamber, no? At the same time, maybe, well, not a lot of things happen there, but at the same time, they do. It is a room of waiting, where something can approach me, or something can enlighten me, or something can move me, or something can show me something, no? So it is a period of waiting. It is a period, and so, well, if nothing happens, it means it is a period of waiting, or it's a period of something is developing, or something is going to happen or come to me. So I don't have to be active. It's not necessarily to talk and be active and do. Just then things are happening. Life doesn't work out as a machine, as humans believe. I'm just going to roll this wheel, and and I'm going to get there sometime, somewhere. I'm just going to wheel down, wheel up, which is very tiring, and it's not sovereign in any way, no? It makes us feel like our life is so heavy. I have to move up the stone, up the mountain, up down the mountain, no? So the approach is totally different. The approach is, well, I'm looking for an answer, or I'm searching and say, well, there is a huge void in front of me, even if I don't see it, no? There's darkness or void, or there is no meaning, there is nothing in it. But actually, if you imagine it sitting in front of you, it is all what you need, because it gives you the answers. It gives you the words that you need. It puts those words in your mouth. It gives you those ideas. It reveals things to you without even you trying, no? It flows, it moves. It's like a river. It has its own consciousness as well. And it does work with our human consciousness. It does transport meaning. It does transport to us many things, not to say, well, only the light, because we are able to see it, transports particles of light towards us. No, yeah, it is true, but even the darkness, even that is a particle. Even that transfers to us a lot of meaning, or reason, or truth, or words, or revelations, or dreams, or visions, or words, or many things, no? So it has that potential as well. And the work of us is to acknowledge it, work with that, approve it, believe it, and see that it is true actually through meditating, that my question is very easily answered, or my request is there is a helping hand, there is a consciousness that works with me in that space, that I'm not alone, which I think is a very beautiful revelation. And it puts us in a position of to relax, to say, well, in that relaxation, in that trust, in that belief, in that work that we can do with the part which are unseen, which is unseen, or dark, or it's simply a void, it is transporting me meaning. It does give me answers as well. That's what I have been creating through my books as well. And so, well, from where all that knowledge comes, from where all that wisdom comes. A part is of me, but the rest of it comes from somewhere I cannot pinpoint. I cannot say with my finger it comes from there. No, because it comes from that void. It comes from that abyss. It comes from that unknown source. It comes from that big space. It is working with my mind as well, and it transfers, and it moves quite fast. It is able to transfer a lot of data, a lot of information in a fast way as well, depending of our minds too as well, how willing or able we are to open up, how fast we can work, how able we are to transfer that meaning to us, and that abyss and that darkness or that void, it is the space, the territory, the dominion of King Paimon. And he carries a lot of knowledge. He carries books. He speaks about history. He has a lot of knowledge about the secrets of cosmos, history, music, history in general, like quite everything. What is there to know? So he does transfer to us. He does give us that information through visions, through dreams, through patterns, through music, through telepathic information, that something is transferred, or he's just able to almost like open up that sphere to us. There's a sphere of knowledge as well that one can enter, one can touch upon, one can stay or lay there inside of that sphere and work with that information. I believe there is a higher consciousness that has a lot of knowledge. Of course, we believe in God. God definitely has is the power over everything. And in that between us and humans, so to say, between God and humans, there are other powers too created by God who help us, and discover new things that are potential for us, for our future, to improve our future, to improve our consciousness, our mind, our development, for a better future, for a human, bright future, for some type of progression in science, in all the fields that we are working as humans. And I believe that very fiercely, because it has shown that the one thing that has improved the life of humans has been knowledge, or science, but not only one type of science. Everything is part of a bigger understanding that we try to reach. And King Paimon is very much part of that. That's why in my recordings I come always touch upon these subjects as well. Even subjects which are a little harder to understand, as cosmic languages, or time travel, or magic, or secret knowledge, or things that are not seen with an immediate eye, but doesn't mean that it's not there. One has to believe, one has to open, expand that consciousness, do something possible, so that impossible that we think doesn't exist because we limit ourselves can reach and become that possible that we are able to reach. And if it's not now, then at least we open the doors to that. And in the future, we are going to get there. We are going to have that knowledge. And King Paimon says that even knowledge has a secret timeline, that God reveals things at a certain time. There is a historical timeline of knowledge as well. So things cannot be forced, but at the same time there is a awareness, expansion of our gifts, or expansion of our knowledge, so that we are able to receive it when it's the right time, you know. So it does work. Everything works on both sides. There is always say, well, if I work something on me, then there is something unlocked on the other side, no? Or if there's an unlock on the other side, there's more chance for me to see it, so I can move through it. So everything, it's a little like a double key, no? Which is great. It means that there is always a correspondence. Paimon says that there's this particle, everything has a correspondence. Each particle has a particle which is similar. There's always two, you know, how God created everything in two, so to say, no? So it means that one affects one, the other one is affected as well. This is pretty much what I'm trying now to do with these recordings as well, is to expand my own understanding as well, with the help of King Paimon as well, and to give that knowledge to others as well, or to make us think in some new way, no, or make our brain, how to say, develop new pathway, new neurological type of understanding, to say, well, there is so much beauty to that road that has not been taken. No, there is so much interest or potential in those things that one never have said or never thought of, even if at the same time it seems strange or crazy or new or not possible, and so that's the first reaction that one gets. No, it has been through history in every type of fields. There's always this thematic of it is not possible. It's impossible. If we think of the things that have been created already, that we have in our world, if you have told that person just a few years, 100 years ago, even older, they would have said that's impossible. No, it's not possible to create. It's impossible to exist. So there is a lot of working with the potential of our mind, what we believe is possible and not, and which direction as well we will move in future, no, for humans as well, to say, well, what is exactly what we want to develop, what exactly what we would like to discover, what are our interests, no. And I think for me, at least, one of the most important aspects of what will for me mean truly development in the human race will be development of the emotional and the mental plane of humans, in a way that it creates a lot of harmony and understanding, and just a higher understanding and a higher capacity to create good things and to create beautiful things, and to have a higher type of love and understanding towards creation of God, and how we approach that to reach us in a way that it is beneficial and something beautiful and elevated on a high timeline, no? That is not only necessarily about knowledge in the meaning of, oh, I need this. It's with the intention of the knowledge, and is to create a better life for humans, no? So that should be the first number one, that it is for beneficial of others and all of us, no? And it brings humanity or the human race on a best high timeline that is possible for us. And for that we need to develop our emotional and mental plane, no? That we are able to develop that technology, or develop that lifestyle or life abilities of us, even if it's be healing or silence or arts, everything that we already have, that we have created, which is very beautiful, but that it goes even a more positive aspects of the future for all, no? And even for you to go back and rewrite some of the things that we have wrote wrong, or understandings of things that we have done that were not correct, and improve that, or totally change that into something that it is good, no? To repair some of the mistakes, no? Or to abandon some of our ways which are not good, or create something more approachable and more in tune with our planet as well, and with the elements of the cosmos as well, no? With the elements of how that we see ourselves, our planet, as part of that, and not a separate planet or a separate or almost nothing at all, no, depending how we choose to see ourselves in that creation of the cosmos or in the universe, to say what is our desire, what is our part in all this, no, what is our understanding of all this, what abilities we develop as humans to reach a higher timeline and to create a beautiful life on our planet, at the same time that we can be proud of, no, that humans live a good life, not only on a materialistic type of level, but even that through struggle and pain, no, but that it gives a good, comfortable, easy life for all, and that the true work of human is not to slave in some type of work that we don't enjoy and don't like, but we all use our abilities, our talents in a free way of developing our interest, no, to say, well, there is this building or organizations that have this and this, and I am able to choose freely to work there, and to even change freely and easily if my plan of interest, to say, well, I am a person who have many different type of interests, and unfortunately I suffered in this life because a lot of doors were closed because of bureaucracy. I don't have the right study, even if I studied something else. So a lot of, it's like, well, if you pick one road, I can only go on that, no, and I'm not free as a human being, as a intelligent human species, to learn all the things I want, no, because so well, it would be great if I choose, I'm able to say 2 years I want to study this, and to not be affected by material gains or material obstacles, no, that I'm not able to reach that because of money, but to say, well, I want to bring my intelligence, my work and my time in working that space, so I can create something new, bring something new to that sphere, no, to that company or to that part of the science part, no, so well, maybe later I want to work on something else that is more free and more open, and that we are happy in doing what we want and what we like and what our interests or talents are, because every human likes to be able to do something that we are good at, you know, that we feel good about, at the same time that is not boring, that we feel that we learn and evaluate ourselves in a positive matter, no. So a lot of things can change and be better for humans, and this was just an example, but it's just like, no, the idea is like, well, if we imagine of a future for humans or for our planet, what that future will look like, and we should work in that direction, or we should develop those skills and open those pathways and those roads that can bring us there, no? So things could be much more easier and much more pleasant, much more interesting, much more easy, and it's not on the superficial material gain or competitive gain, but in us developing and trusting as a human race, working together in developing that future for ourselves and living that life for ourselves that we are happy, no? So, well, if I am able to live my life in the most beautiful way, then I'm gladly, happily to create something beautiful for the next generation when I will not be here anymore, no? So there is something that I enjoy doing, so it's not that it is a sacrifice. It should not be a sacrifice, no, it should be a pleasure, a natural process of my life, that it, or all our lives, that it will create something more beautiful for the future lives, no, of our children or grandchildren and so on and so forth, no. So there is a evolution that way as well. And we know that we are capable of that, no? Because we have through history a lot of times, a lot of civilization which have created the impossible. Humans that we know, humans are capable of amazing things, and that is proved through history, no? Crazy, amazing structures, crazy, amazing culture, religions, languages, you know, everything that we have created. It's so beautiful, so rich, it's so sacred. It's really something extremely in one can only be in awe, no? There is no words for it. And we know that the future will be more based on science or technology, no? Things will develop maybe even faster, and at the same time, no, there is the time for us to think how exactly we want our life to be, how comfortable we like our life to be, and what are the things that we are going to focus on, and what are we were happy to do and spend our lives learning or doing, no? So what there are going to be new subjects, things are going to change, no? as we had the last 200 years or 300 or even before, that totally new subjects of science, of ramifications of knowledge have appeared. In future too will appear new ones, so things will evolve in this way as well, and others will not be anymore, no other structures of knowledge. So well, this has changed in this, and we don't need this anymore. So of course through history there are a lot of changes that go on through those discoveries, through those new pathway or new ways, no, that so well, humans too, we adapt after that flow of the rivers as well. But I would love that to be more free. I would love it to be more with an understanding on the spiritual basis as well. No, it's not only to say we are intelligent like little robots, that we just have a problem, find a solution, and we put the key and the car starts, and that's not because we are humans more than that. So that will not be enough for us. That's not the true goal of happiness. Is have a comfortable home, have a nice car, go to work, have some new discovery in the laboratory, go home and be happy. No, because we humans, we do have a very strong spiritual side, religious side, or however we call it, and there's little understanding on that. Now I really hope there's going to be more understanding on life, who we are, humans, what origin we have, a lot of questions that we have not yet answered on that plane, which are important for us, no? Through psychology, through philosophy, through maybe even new ideas or new ramifications of knowledge as well, we can get more understanding on those subjects as well. And we know that through history, that the real fuel and the real movement, what really fired the people and helped the people to develop those amazing civilizations, was the role of the religion and the spirits, and that part of the unseen that has been helping those humans to survive and to develop and to receive knowledge beyond their normal abilities, beyond their times. No, so we know that it has happened, and that's a part that we have to still understand and still question and still see what is exactly there, from where exactly, what that means. No, it's still everything a little still in the shadow. It's still not really understood. So part of the work of King Paimon is to reveal more secrets from that side, which we still don't understand. It is part connecting us from this moment to the future, and then that future with the other future, and so on. No? So it's of course always connected to the present, always connected to the past, but it is very much for the future. It's very much for that progress now that we are talking about. And I'm going to leave this recording here. Thank you for so much for listening. It is getting a little late, but yeah, I hope it was of interest. And until next time, all the best. Bye.